Hi, I'm Justin Borgman, and I'm the CEO of Starburst. I'm excited about today's session and the opportunity to share with you a bit of Starburst's journey as a company. I'll be joined today by our CMO, Jess Iandiorio. And today we're going to talk about how running on AWS is paying off for us here at Starburst. We're going to start off this presentation by providing some background on Starburst as a company, which I think will be valuable to the audience, particularly for many of you who are also entrepreneurs and working in startups. This will lead into our journey with AWS in particular and how the three main pillars, building, marketing, and selling, have contributed to that growth. When we get to the marketing and selling section, I'll hand that over to Jess, our CMO. The last piece we will be covering may be the most important piece of this presentation, which is how we were able to take our better together story to our customers and truly partner to drive joint success for our user base. What better way to introduce you to Starburst than to play a short video to help introduce you to our organization and what we do prior to jumping into our beginning. Hi, I'm Justin Borgman, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Starburst. At Starburst, we want to free our customers to see the invisible and achieve the impossible. Seeing the invisible means allowing you to have access to data you never had access to before. And achieving the impossible means unlocking new insights through greater access to all of your enterprise information. We do that by turning the data warehousing model upside down. If we think back in history, in 1978, Teradata was the first data warehousing appliance, which consolidated data in one place, bringing all of your data together through ETL and various pipelines, and ultimately creating this notion of a single source of truth in one database system. Not much has really changed between then and now. Snowflake is the same model, but just available in the cloud. Ultimately, all of these designs are dependent upon taking data out of your source systems and moving them into one single repository. We believe that the enterprise data warehouse model is actually slower than it looks because it's not just about query performance, it's about that total time to insight. It also creates vendor lock-in because you've now put all of your most valuable data in the hands of a single vendor. Over time, this might also create exponential and often unexpected costs because you've given that vendor a monopoly over your data. It also limits your view to what is in that EDW right now at that particular moment in time. A recent survey shows that 38% of respondents have said that the main challenge they've faced is difficulty integrating legacy systems with newer digital systems, and 37% said that they have data silos throughout their organization. The way we think about approaching these challenges is by imagining a city in darkness, and Starburst is now restoring electricity to that city. We might start by lighting up one block at a time. That first block is where more data lives than anywhere else. We'll call this the data lake. The data lake plays a very important role and is a natural center of gravity because it offers open data formats, which are interoperable with multiple engines. It provides the lowest total cost of ownership because it leverages commodity storage, whether that's on-prem or in the cloud or multiple clouds. And lastly, you get that perfect elasticity by separating storage from compute, making the data lake an ever-important element of what you do. However, no matter how hard you try, you will always have other data sources. One reason is what I like to call the Stonebreaker principle. Mike Stonebreaker, a renowned professor at MIT and the creator of Ingres, Postgres, Vertica, and a number of database systems, said that there is no one-size-fits-all database system, and that for every type of job, you're going to have a database that is purpose-built for that use case. You're going to use Mongo, you're going to use Kafka, you're going to use Elastic, Oracle, the list goes on. You're also going to have departmental data marts, you're going to have transactional systems, operational systems. You're going to inherit even more data assets through mergers and acquisitions, and you're going to create new applications and new devices. All of this creating more and more data silos within your organization. What Starburst aims to do is light up the entire city for you, providing visibility into all of the data that you have. But it doesn't stop there. This applies to a global perspective with multiple regions, multiple clouds, and then the ever-changing global regulatory requirements, which necessitate this decentralized approach by keeping data where it was created in the first place. Starburst is here to light up your world. For a demo, visit us at starburst.io. So let me tell you a little bit about the background about Starburst, the company. We started with very humble beginnings. I think part of what makes us unique as a startup is that we were actually not venture-backed initially. We were bootstrapped. We started as a small team of about 10 people, and this was our first office. It was a coffee shop. The only price of rent was buying a cup of coffee, which worked really well for us. And again, part of what was unusual in our beginning is we actually were able to start by working with customers. And that customer revenue ultimately drove our growth and ultimately our success. I think it's really important to kind of start with a scrappy beginning because it allows you to stay focused on what actually matters, which at the end of the day is our customers. From that coffee shop, we moved slightly up in the world, or maybe down, depending on your point of view, into a basement office. And this was an office in Boston called Workbar. Workbar is a local Boston competitor to WeWork, and it's essentially co-working space. And this particular office was actually in the basement of the building, which was a stark reminder of kind of where we are, or where we began, and where we were trying to go. From there, a lot of whiteboard sessions trying to figure out ultimately the plan of attack on this market and what we wanted to build. You can see actually some of these dreams back then ultimately came true and are core elements of our product today, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. And when we traveled as cost effectively as possible. In fact, we were frequently renting Airbnbs and piling an entire team in to be able to have a trip to San Francisco, for example, an incredibly expensive place to stay. We actually fit at least 6 people, I will say, into this house here, this Airbnb, for an event there where we were all traveling. And that meant people were sleeping on couches, people were doubled up in rooms, and everybody just sort of ate that up because we were on a mission and we were trying to build a business. And again, up to this point, we still hadn't raised a penny in venture capital. So this was actually a profitable, cash flow positive business. And we were really proud of that by taking care of our customers and building our business along the way. Ultimately, what we do for our customers is reduce decision risk, increase revenue and profit, drive higher customer retention, and accelerate their time to market. My co-founders and I started Starburst as the company behind an open source project. Initially, that open source project was called Presto. Some of you may have heard of it. It was created at Facebook by my co-founders, Martine, Dane, and David, along with Eric Wang, also on our team. And over time, that changed its name to now be called Trino, with the vision of ultimately solving large-scale data problems and allowing you to query the data where it lives. The way I like to describe it is it's like doing data warehousing analytics without the data warehouse. We can actually access the data where it lives and provide fast analytics. And we believe that there needs to be a fundamental paradigm shift from that traditional notion of data warehousing, which was all about assembling the single source of truth and getting all of your data into one place, and shifting that to more of a single point of access, allowing people to have access to all of their data regardless of where it lives. And that's really the paradigm shift that we're trying to drive with our customers. That ability to access the data wherever it is and from any access point is extremely important to us. That barrier for access to data for insights that the consumer ultimately needed to drive has always been in how you move data around. The traditional data warehouse model requires extracting data from different data sources, transforming it, and ultimately loading it into one place. And we think that that's an unnecessary step. It creates multiple copies of the data. It creates a much slower time to insight, and ultimately concentrates a lot of the power and cost in the hands of one database vendor. When looking at the big picture of working with AWS, we appreciate that they are geared to supporting our business growth. When we made the decision to partner with AWS, they had the biggest number of customers out of any of the cloud players. And this mattered to us because we wanted to start with the cloud that had most of the customers that we could convert to Starburst customers immediately. And not only provided more opportunities for us to win new logos, but also provided insight into how many companies have successfully built their own products on AWS. Additionally, we saw rapid growth on AWS, and as more and more customers move to the cloud, the market just continues to grow, and this provides an opportunity for us to continue to serve that market. And lastly, innovation was very important to our organization. We are always at the forefront of innovation, and we wanted to have access to cloud services that reflected that. And AWS certainly has pretty much everything you could be looking for. Another reason we chose to work with AWS was the overall partnership and their ability to support us from day one as an early stage startup all the way to where we are today as an ISV path partner with a reviewed solution. The support has been amazing, and we truly feel that the partnership has been driven by teams that care about our success. This partnership has allowed us to align on key KPIs and goals that we all drive towards, whether it be engineering, the business side, or marketing. These teams are able to align between both organizations and drive towards this common success criteria. AWS has also been able to assist us in all aspects of our business. They have provided an abundance of programs and resources that we have utilized to successfully grow our business. I cannot stress enough how important the flexibility of AWS provides when building software on the marketplace. The tools that they have available to successfully launch a product have been beneficial to our engineering and product teams. This allowed us to build and launch our original product, Starburst Enterprise, and instantly hit the ground running. The flexibility was not just about building our products, but also about how we're able to position selling our products on AWS. This diagram gives you a very high-level overview of the different products and deployment or contract options that a customer would have from us. We're able to sell our products in hourly, monthly, annual, multi-year, private contracts, or public subscriptions, all while being able to specify special payment terms with the customer. This is the power of AWS's flexibility and really being able to provide the customer with the ideal purchase route and deployment. I'll also say for those of you with similar startups that sell in the B2B space, there are a lot of advantages to transacting via the marketplace. For one, you very often get to skip procurement cycles with that customer. So it becomes a very fluid transaction vehicle, which is going to really help you close deals. Another benefit is very often customers can draw down from their own commit. And that's also valuable because it's dollars that they need to spend anyways. So we found this to be an incredibly valuable channel for our own business and one that has continuously grown over time. AWS is also constantly innovating, which has been and will be beneficial as we grow. These innovations have allowed us to provide a more performant and cost-efficient solution when deploying on AWS. When we have new customer demand for a marketplace feature, AWS is always there to align and synchronize on timelines and roadmaps and work together. I want to show you the rapid growth that Starburst has achieved as an AWS partner in only a few years. We've now to date raised $164 million in funding and garnered a $1.2 billion valuation in only 3 years after launching on the AWS Marketplace. And you'll remember from our early story about the company's beginnings that we actually launched that AWS Marketplace offering before we even raised any venture capital. And that's part of the beauty of it. It really democratizes your access to the market and gives you the ability to launch your own applications, your own offerings very quickly. That ultimately translated to jet fuel for the Starburst rocket ship, offering instrumental solutions at scale. This timeline shows that impressive trajectory that we've been on over the last 3 years in leveraging AWS as that fuel. In mid-2018, we hit a new milestone. We became an AWS startup partner, and shortly after released our first marketplace listing, Starburst Enterprise, which could be deployed via EC2. Soon after launching, the demand for a Kubernetes-based deployment led us to integrating with EKS as well to allow our customers to deploy in that manner too. This offering augmented our growth on our way to our eventual Series C funding round, which was led by Andreessen Horowitz, raising about $100 million earlier this year. More recently, we launched our beta for Galaxy, which is our brand new SaaS solution, fully managed version of Trino, allowing you to, again, query data anywhere and do that very seamlessly and very easily. And I'm happy to announce that we are fully live with Galaxy version 2.0 as of this week here at re:Invent. I hope the general overview of Starburst and our partnership with AWS has been beneficial to you. But now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into what I consider the three major focus areas of this partnership. These focus areas are building, marketing, and selling with AWS. These will be the most important facets of the partnership and will be the drivers that accelerate your business when working with them. Building will be in reference to the different products that we outlined in the timeline and what it took to bring them from a concept to a full-fledged marketplace product. We will then go into how to create a go-to-market strategy with AWS and how the overall partnership has allowed for us to reach a potential customer base we were not tapping into before. The last main focus will be on how we have accelerated the transaction time and reduced procurement friction when selling on the marketplace. Let's begin with why we even decided to build our products on AWS in the first place. I want everyone to think back to 2018 when we were still a small startup. We started our partnership and we were put into the startup track, which was a very beneficial thing for our organization. AWS has vast experience in this space within their teams, and they were able to support us right out of the gate. This was instrumental to us because we wanted rapid growth, and AWS's timely support and ability to assist us in every step of the journey was very important to our decision criteria. Another reason we chose to work with AWS was because we have seen the customer-first mindset in action, which is part of AWS's core values and a value that we share. We have not only experienced this as an AWS customer, but have also seen the results with our own joint customers. I know I've used this term before, but flexibility is something that was an important factor for us. As I previously highlighted, you can see the rapid addition of products over the last few years. This has been possible due to the flexibility that AWS has offered in building our products and then scaling those products as we grow. When we started building our products on AWS, EC2 was the de facto choice in which to build the product. EC2 was and still is the most commonly used compute service on AWS. Secondly, it was a perfect fit for Starburst Enterprise, our first product. We were able to build Starburst Enterprise in 2018 using CFT and AMI deployment models. Another reason we chose to utilize EC2 was the scalability that it not only offered Starburst, but also our customers who would be utilizing our Starburst Enterprise product. This deployment process has been our most desired method of enabling Starburst Enterprise and has been influential to our growth on AWS. The last section I want to highlight is another reason why creating an EC2 product mattered, and that was the ability to align with AWS on future innovations. We've been able to do this with the EC2 team at AWS by further integrating with EC2 Spot instances and Graviton 2 processors. I can enthusiastically recommend as a great first step to selling on the marketplace, and there are countless small and large businesses who deploy marketplace products in a similar manner. The next stage on our product journey with AWS was taking Starburst Enterprise and moving it, making it further available on AWS EKS. The reason that this was a logical next step for us was customer demand. We had customers that were using Kubernetes in production environments with a need for Starburst to operate seamlessly in those environments. As I previously stated, the decision to move in this direction was driven by customers, and we all have seen the trends in Kubernetes usage over the last few years. The next reason we built this product was that it allowed customers to utilize their current Kubernetes by creating a seamless deployment. This advancement also allowed customers to connect to hybrid environments, further showing the power of Starburst and our ability to integrate sources outside of AWS into storage locations like S3. One of the more important aspects of our business was making an enterprise version of Trino, and with that, we wanted to provide enterprise-level services to our customers to complement our product sales. Having 90% of the open source contributors at Starburst has allowed us to ensure our customers are getting support directly from the creators of Trino. This has also been important to help customers looking to deploy via a CloudFormation template or AMI, and as we can provide support for launching, planning, and rolling out Trino. This is a unique listing that we can offer on AWS, allowing us to sell services individually to meet our customers' needs and allowing them to purchase via the marketplace. Again, the marketplace is a tremendous transaction vehicle, not just for your products, but for your services as well. All the building that we've done over the past few years has led us to this point in time where we are today, and that is Starburst Galaxy. This product was developed to provide our customers with a cloud-native SaaS deployment of our MPP query engine. It can also operate cross-cloud and support hybrid environments. Starburst Galaxy lowers the time traditionally associated with getting Trino production ready from weeks to under an hour. The platform allows you to run interactive analytics at scale in just a few clicks. So how did we get to this release? Countless resources from Starburst and AWS worked together to finalize this release. We had a lot of support from our partnership and participated in AWS's SaaS factory to not only ensure the product was ready for market, but also to create the best experience for our customers. Additionally, we have talked about innovation previously, and this release has amplified our goal along with AWS for continual innovation in changing the way in which customers query data. Starburst Galaxy is today available on the AWS Marketplace. Galaxy is the industry's first cross-cloud analytics solution. And this week, we released the most updated version of Starburst Galaxy, which allows customers to enjoy cross-cloud analytics seamlessly without sacrificing speed or access. Galaxy customers can operate efficiently across all of the major cloud providers, eliminating data silos and challenges of the past. When we think about how our product is able to work so seamlessly with AWS, it comes down to the building phase I previously referenced. We built our products to integrate with AWS services as well as 40+ enterprise connectors to your favorite data and analytics tools. Within a single query, customers can query multiple AWS data services, anything from Amazon S3 with Glue, databases like RDS or AWS OpenSearch, Amazon Redshift, as well as being deployed via Elastic Compute Cloud or Elastic Kubernetes Service, EC2 and EKS, as I mentioned before. These integrations with AWS allow customers to add Starburst into their own environment with minimal interruption to their existing infrastructure. The ability to plug into what you are currently using on AWS versus having to add additional infrastructure is a core value proposition that we can offer our customers by building on AWS. Now, I'd like to transition over to Jess and let her talk to you a little bit about marketing and selling with AWS.
Thank you, Justin. Hi, I'm Jess Iandiorio, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Starburst. And I'll be covering how we market and sell with AWS and how we've benefited from this collaboration. But let me start with why we decided to partner with AWS from a marketing standpoint. First, AWS has the largest customer base for us to market to. Our product is made for organizations that have data in multiple places, on-prem, in the cloud, in various data warehouses, but all of our customers have data stored in AWS or are looking to move to AWS. Even before the pandemic hit, we were on a cloud migration journey, and everybody was looking to take advantage of the vast array of services that AWS offers. But especially post-pandemic, we've seen a significant acceleration in digital transformation initiatives. Many customers have been choosing to accelerate their cloud migration journey to AWS. According to Gartner, in their report from this past June 2021, when they looked at 2020, they found that AWS had 41% of the market share in 2020, and they were growing at nearly 30% year over year. So this significant 41% market share is more than double the next closest cloud provider. The second reason we saw benefit in marketing with AWS is the large number of partners who also participate in the AWS Partner Program. This provides us not only opportunities to market with AWS, but with other partners that are participating in the AWS ecosystem. The third reason we partnered with AWS is because we both help companies modernize their data and analytics stack. While AWS is a great place for companies to store and analyze their data, we give customers consistent access to their data today and tomorrow and can connect in and outside of AWS storage. This joint solution isn't just modern, it's flexible, and it gives customers a path to modernization without facing hard choices or high costs. So I want to dig in a little bit more on the marketing benefits. One of the major benefits in partnering with AWS is on the marketing front so that we can reach an expanded audience. I talked about being able to tap into the customers AWS has using their cloud, but we're able to expand our reach in other fashions as well. AWS has a robust marketing platform that has allowed us a single location to build and collect leads generated by our joint marketing. One of the great benefits I've seen is when you're a startup, you're dealing with limited dollars and an empty playbook. You don't know what's going to work for your business, and you really need to have a trial and error mindset, but you don't have a lot of dollars to do that. So co-marketing with AWS significantly reduces the risk of error and wasting precious dollars. To give you a concrete example, often you're getting started and you're trying to build a database, and one of the easiest and fastest ways to do that is to syndicate your content to acquire new contacts. Unfortunately, many content syndication programs are failures. They don't give you great contact data. When you work with AWS, you get the best of the best. You get the tried and true programs, even if it is content syndication. And so therefore, you're really reducing the risk that you might be wasting dollars. You're tapping into high quality programs that are much more likely to yield a solid return. There's some other reasons why partnering with AWS is helpful to our business as well. One is how we're driving towards a common goal. And we're able to receive support from AWS from multiple teams. I don't mean support as in you file a ticket and you try to talk to a technical support rep. I mean support growing our business. We have two great teams we work with. We have an AWS Partner Network or APN team, and we also have support from the AWS Marketplace team. These teams have helped drive different initiatives and offer a two-pronged approach to co-marketing. We're able to run large campaigns and do brand marketing with the APN team and focus more on individual product and consumption marketing with the Marketplace team. Both of these teams have different marketing programs that we can utilize to drive demand and leads. At the end of all of this, knowing that we're aligned on the marketing strategy is crucial to our partnership success, and it's been a major focus for our organization. Goal setting is important for any organization, but it's something that the AWS team has done very well in this partnership. We've built an annual plan with joint KPIs and outlined how we're going to achieve those KPIs. This has been important to ensure that we're jointly driving to successful programs that will help us achieve these goals. We have regular alignment meetings that are goal-centric, and they allow us to manage our marketing relationship and ensure that success. But these alignment meetings go beyond just meeting and talking about KPIs. These alignment meetings address joint messaging and positioning and making sure that we have a single story that both companies bring out to the market. And that was a big focus for us in the beginning with AWS. So once you're able to set your goals and you're working with the AWS team to drive towards them, you're able to get even more support by learning about the many programs that would drive those results. So we've worked with marketplace programs such as the Marketplace Concierge Service, which allows our organization to work with AWS-approved agencies to assist with different marketing needs, such as content creation or content syndication, all while sharing the cost with AWS, which is another wonderful benefit. The APN team has assisted us with marketing development funds, which greatly expand our ability to market with AWS and amplifies our marketing budget due to the additional funds they provide in cash and credits. All of these programs, along with streamlining our sales process in the marketplace, have been able to decrease our sales cycle by 32% selling via the marketplace. And that's pretty impressive. A few final comments on co-marketing before we move on to co-selling. It's just been terrific. Co-marketing with AWS is not just joint asset creation with both of our logos on it, even though that's valuable. It's the AWS team that provides support and meets with our team weekly to ensure we're hitting our targets and continuing to introduce us to different programs and activities to generate leads, as well as the marketing toolkit, which allows us to access content creation and assistance with the APN. These have been an important aspect of our marketing strategy with AWS as they allow us to market to their customers that we may not have had the opportunity to reach prior to this partnership. Lastly, the joint marketing plan has been important for getting into and pre-planning for success at AWS events like re:Invent. These events are a boon for brand awareness and lead generation alike. So that concludes why it made a lot of sense for us to work with AWS on co-marketing initiatives, and I'd encourage you all to build that co-marketing relationship early and invest in it, because the value and opportunities to your business will compound over time. Now we're moving on to how we sell with AWS. When we began our journey to selling on the marketplace, we were fully supported from inception until today with our marketplace presence. The APN customer engagement, or it's called ACE, program has allowed us to integrate our Salesforce instance with the AWS sales system. This allows us to share and receive opportunities from AWS sales teams and align them with the Starburst counterparts. This has been invaluable to our sales growth and has really helped customers to see Starburst and AWS as partners, which is part of the reason our sales cycle shortens when selling through the marketplace. The marketplace has streamlined purchasing through the multiple methods AWS has to buy and deploy products. This has allowed our customers to skip some of the steps that would have been required in a traditional procurement process, but also take advantage of unused AWS credits to try our software. I like to think of it as a win-win-win. The customer wins because they can purchase on their own terms with very little friction. AWS wins because this drives consumption, and Starburst wins because we get to onboard a new customer. The support to validate customers and ensure we're managing our sales on the marketplace has also been very good. We have a shared responsibility for customer success, and that's been working really well. So we were thinking, how could we create one slide that would encapsulate all of the value we have seen through being a selling partner on the marketplace? And we had a hard time creating a simple slide, so we created this slide instead. To break it down, we've talked a lot about being able to access the customer base of AWS and how valuable that is, the ability to extend our sales force, be listed on the marketplace, be validated by the marketplace, and easily integrate with emerging hot new solutions from AWS. On the right-hand side, we've also talked very much about the value that Starburst receives being part of the Amazon Partner Network, shortening our time to value, shortening our sales cycles, and really helping access many more customers. But in the center, we like to think of it as the virtuous flywheel of growth. Through accessing more customers that are part of the AWS customer base, we're able to bring on board new customers, identify opportunities quickly to serve them, show quick wins, and then we see significant growth and expansion from there, whether that be to new business units, new use cases. And so we're able to not only bring on a new customer through the marketplace, but we're able to grow them efficiently. And it's valuable for the customers to stay in the AWS world as well. So in the build section, Justin mentioned the flexibility of building with AWS and how we can build products to meet our customers' needs, but this also applies to selling in the AWS Marketplace. We've been able to offer our customers multiple ways to purchase our products and then deploy them through the marketplace. We have the ability to provide a self-service listing where customers can pay as they consume or sign up for an annual subscription. This is a great avenue for organizations that don't need support or assistance from Starburst to start using our products. We also have the ability to offer private offers to our customers, and these are custom offers where we can plan specialized billing schedules, pricing, and the length of the contract. These different methods of procurement have assisted in increased customer adoption. Okay, so that covers the way AWS works with us to build, market, and sell our products, and they've been a wonderful support team with us during these phases. I think that we're truly a better together story, and not only for the beneficiaries of the collaboration like us, but our customers, our joint customers as well. Our experience as an AWS customer and partner has been hugely successful. This is a little bit of background information, but the first program we participated in was the Foundational Technical Review, or FTRs. FTRs enable partners to qualify software with AWS by completing this review, and it serves two purposes. One, it provides us a way to ensure that our software development has adhered to AWS best practices to help reduce risks around security, reliability, and operational excellence. And two, it helps provide our customers with the confidence and peace of mind that our solution has been validated by AWS. That stamp of approval is very meaningful. The next program we participated in was the Competency Program. AWS competencies can be earned by both service partners and ISVs alike. And first, we just recently earned our data and analytics competency. The AWS Competency Program provides AWS customers with the visibility around our skills, technical expertise, and proven customer success. And we get additional support from AWS around go-to-market campaigns and ways to promote our business. And finally, AWS has provided us the ability to deliver a sales kit to the internal sales teams at AWS. This kit helps convey who we are and why Starburst and AWS are better together. When the AWS teams are working with customers, they can refer to that information to help recommend the right solutions for them. In closing, I want to leave you with a short summary of why Starburst and AWS customers are better off when we partner. And that is, we have a seamless integration that brings an extremely performant abstraction layer from Starburst with the reliability, scalability, high performance, security, and cost effectiveness of the AWS cloud. Our integration allows you to use your favorite AWS compute and storage services with Starburst. For example, you can use Starburst with Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2, or Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS, while accessing data stored in Amazon Simple Storage Servers, S3, or other locations. The separation allows you to access data where it lives today, as Starburst acts as the data mesh layer between your tools and storage location. This allows you to combine all of the data so it shows as one query ready for analysis. Our journey with AWS has been a great one, and we believe that by making the decision to build our business on AWS, that has helped fuel our growth. Thank you very much for listening to the presentation, and I hope you were able to take away some helpful information on the value of working with AWS. I wouldn't be a great CMO if I didn't make a pitch for you to try our product, so you can find us, of course, on the AWS Marketplace, and you can test out our service for free.